There we are. Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jellyfish YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. And if you kindly refresh your jelly miners, you'll notice we're back on block number one. And also the leaderboard is reset. Hash rate is not reset. It's just a blockchain and a blocks received and shares reset. So get in while the getting's good. The quick and dirty is basically there were some old shares that were carried over and never wiped from the last chain. So that's why miners were winning blocks that were not even in the platform. I was definitely looking in the wrong place. Shout out to Batman. He actually pointed me in the right direction. And there were so many shares on our old network that whenever it was going to wipe them all, it was timing out. So I created a script and I had them delete the old shares in batches. And now I have it to where every 24 hours, the old shares get deleted off. So I have 24 hours of share backups, but then I still have all the block reward backups as well. So they can be referenced on the blockchain. But yeah, so I did a video earlier and I told everybody that if they were a part of launch day, go ahead and make a help ticket over on the Discord and make sure to include your wallet address and your email address for your in-game name. And I'm going to send you 1,000 jellyfish out of my personal wallet to your wallet address. The reason why I'm not crediting it to you in game is because I want you to deposit it yourself. Um, there was a lot of people that were having issues with deposits. Please read the directions. So there's a how to button. If you go to wallets, go to deposit, and then how does this work? Click on that and follow those directions. It is very important because a lot of people did not follow it. And once they figured it out, it was after they had already sent in some funds. But anyway, shout out, welcome back, Mr. Walter, Little Time, Batman, Buddy Love. What about the difficulty? The difficulty will drop. Well, actually, the difficulty is scaled with the hash rate, so the difficulty is not going to drop. Um, Difficulty is scaled to the hash rate, and it's scaled every block now. So difficulty is supposed to stay right on par, and it's going to keep up really quickly. So I had been messing with that and testing that along with the shares issue pretty much all day today, and I mean, no issues on the test server. Let's see if you guys manage to break it though, because you guys are good at that. Buddy Love, it's no 11 p.m. What do you mean? Jahali's, I hit my first block earlier. Everybody should be starting to hit some blocks because they're not competing with an old blockchain's shares. So, um, yeah, yeah, everybody should be hitting some blocks here soon, especially if you got some hash rate. Is it fixed yet? Yes, buddy love. And the way to actually see if it's fixed, if you go to the block explorer, whenever anybody hits a block, you can click on that person and see how much hash rate they had, how many shares they submitted. Instead of like Lupe was hitting blocks, but he had zero hash rate. That's because he wasn't contributing to this chain, but his old shares were still in the backlog. So whenever it was looking at share data information, it was going off of the old chain, which on the old chain, I didn't have the power limits in the beginning. So people had huge farms right off the rip. So you guys were competing with farms that had double, triple the amount of power. Yes, we did Northern Crypto Deck. No blocks yet. Yeah, I just reset it literally a couple minutes ago. The first block will take about 15 minutes, and then it'll try to zone in on that 10-minute block time. I did raise the daily limit to 15,000. Some people were concerned at 10,000. As we go on and as we release more miners later on over time, and things do get a little bit more expensive, daily limits will get raised up. Also, I have a backend function that warns me and flags accounts that are using the same IP address. I'm not automatically banning those yet. But just know that I do see you and I see that your accounts you're creating multiple accounts on the same IP address. Does that mean you need to run, VPNs or statics and run multiple accounts? I don't think it's worth it, honestly, because the amount of money that you're, vying for is that worth it to run different IPs? No, it's just I don't want somebody to, abuse the system on an easy way, if that makes sense. That first blog you found? Yes. By the way, shout out block number one, mined by Recon John. Golf claps in the house for Recon John. Thanks for seeing this, B. Hey, Little Time, thank you for the help. There was numerous people that sent a bunch of information over. You guys were doing a deep dive in, and I really do appreciate all the help because shout out Batman, also Dave, even Dragon was diving into it and being like, "Hey, something doesn't look right on this account, and something doesn't really look right on that account. Now we should be good. Cross your fingers." Still can't get my free loyalty miner. Okay, buddy love. So we solved one problem. Now I'm going to start working on those issues with the loyalty miner. And then also I took the raffle miner away as well because it was issuing a raffle miner to everybody, or it was trying to. So I'm going to get that logic and that backend functions fixed, and then we'll move forward. But the big thing is I wanted everybody to be mining fairly, because if you're not mining fairly, then what's the point, right? I can't be having people that aren't even mining hitting blocks like that. Yeah, that was driving me crazy pretty much all the day. But I didn't want to rush a solution out. I wanted it to be correct and really take my time with it. So we're good now. Northern Crypto, I have two accounts and only using one of them. Second one was created by accident and I can't remove it. That's no problem. So I've noticed there's been people that have, made multiple accounts and one account's being used and the other account like hasn't been logged back into. That's okay. But now when I see somebody that's created like 15 accounts and every single account has hit the faucet, bought the free miner, has referred each other, you know what I'm saying? Like I can tell when it's legitimate and when it's malicious. That's why I didn't want to put any kind of auto ban rules in. I just have it flagging and I can actually take a look at it right now. Is the limit still 1,000? Yes. So actually, if you go over to, let's see here, your farm and then go to power, you can look and see that the advanced power capacity, which is 2,000 watts, is going to unlock on March 14th, 2026. And we're going to do a power day or an unlock day. I'll schedule that stream out ahead of time. And hopefully you guys are going to be ready for it. Now, I am going to adjust the price down on some of these because I don't like how fast it scales up. Like, for example, where are we at here? The industrial. So professional is 40,000 jelly for 5,000 watts. And then industrial is 100,000 jelly for 10,000 watts. So it actually gets more expensive per watt. So I'm actually going to dial that back a little bit and keep it more linear. So instead of 40,000, so it'll be 40,000 for 5,000 watts, and it's going to be 80,000 jelly for 10,000 watts. And then at 250,000 watts, instead of it being, or sorry, 25,000 watts, instead of it being 250,000 watts, it's going to be, jelly, it's going to be 200,000 jelly. So it will get expensive really, like down the line. But that's going to make the difference between people that are going to have these huge, massive farms or just, people trying to do some solo mining. We are really going to go 4 years without a halving. Shouldn't we be catching up somewhat because ASICs will be out and there will be 50 jelly block rewards? Have you thought about that at all? So as of right now, CPUs are probably going to be. Sorry, I thought I heard my kid. CPUs are probably going to carry us out for the first 3 months, give or take, of the game, and then GPUs are going to carry us out for realistically a good bit of time. Probably a good 4 or 5 months. We'll be a year in before we see any kind of FPGA hit the scene. And then FPGAs did have a small window on like SHA-256 mining, but I'm estimating like year and a half before we get any kind of early ASICs on the network. And as we release one thing, so you can actually go to the roadmap, you can go to info and then go to the roadmap. What I'm going to do is, as we chalk off events, I'll add a new one. So right now, on March 14th, we're getting more power. March 16th, we're getting a new CPU from Intel. March 17th, we're getting a new CPU from AMD. And then March 20th, there's something coming. So as those knock off, there'll be more added on. So basically, there's going to be new content every anywhere from 10 to 14, 10 to 15 days. So about every, week to 2 weeks is what I'm looking for. Some of these are going to be larger amounts of content, and then some will be, not as large, but just to keep things fresh and also keep it dynamic. So it rewards people that stay in the game and stay updating their CPUs and stay overclocking, that kind of thing, because that's the next thing is people have noticed the overclocking algorithm is different, and it will be different on different generations. So generations of CPUs that overclock better or worse, etc., on down the line. Let's see here. Could get the whole family playing Jahili. I mean, yeah, you could. And if you do have multiple people on the same IP, like especially if multiple people are playing in different ways, that's why I have the flagging system for the IP. So if people are playing in different ways, especially later on in the game, you give this game 2 months. There's going to be so many different ways and different combinations of putting hardware together, and uh, no two people are probably going to do the exact same thing unless they're trying to like min max, which is always going to cost the most. Is it only going to be solo mining? Be cool if pool mining and split blocks like normal? Yes. So Sandor, if you go over to the pool section, oh my gosh, my nose is itching. Sorry. If you go over to the pool section, you can actually look in the top right. You can create a pool for 50,000 jelly. And that was by design, that there is a limit. So that way, the first few days is forcing people to solo mine, kind of learning about how solo mining works. And then some pools are going to come on the scene, and you can kind of pick and choose what kind of pool. Now, I haven't released it, or sorry, you guys don't know about it yet. It's already in the hard code, but pools in testnet were 100% free. There was no fee. They were also cheaper. So that way I could get more people running pools and I could test it. Pool splitting is by share percentage. So if you submit 50% of the shares, you get 50% of the block reward after the pool fee is taken out, just like any traditional PPLNS pool. And you can Google PPLNS, that's PPLNS pool payout scheme, and it'll tell you how it works. It's really simple. You mine in a pool, you get more frequent payouts because everybody in that pool is trying to find a block. So you get the benefit of more hash power, but you have to share depending on how much you're, you know, s- contributing. But also for some people that say they don't want to invest any money and they just want to get free nerd miners every day, which there might be a new nerd miner coming on the scene. They can just do the daily faucet and refer people. And then also watching ads should be coming back here soon. I'm just waiting on approval with the ad company. Techie Rod, forgot I even had Jelly. LOL, still hold. Looking to get more. Well, I'm glad to have you here. And what's crazy is we have 24 people online, and this channel has not had 24 people online on a live in a while. So yeah, Buddy Love, why are we front running deposit? If someone else wants to send my account free jelly, that's fine with me. I don't know what you mean by that, Buddy Love. Front running deposits. Can you buy, say, a lot of CMP mining hardware that does really good but constantly lowers in value? Real world drama. So as devices come out, as CPU, newer CPUs, older stuff will go on sale, so to speak, and certain things may devalue faster than others. If you hit a block with a nerd miner, buy a lottery ticket. So right now, actually, just to put it in perspective, let's see. On my farm, let me turn everything off and let me go buy a nerd miner. I want to see what my chance is. So, say for example, if you bought a nerd miner, or you just started today and you bought a nerd miner because that's all you had, the jellyfish, because you hit the faucet one time, what would your chances of hitting a block be? Go ahead and get it. Your farm, uh, your farm hardware. Let's turn that miner on. So active hash rate is 1. We're doing 1 hash rate, not even overclocking the nerd miner yet. And then if we go to dashboard, the chance percentage has not updated yet. Your hash rate, one hash rate. Pools. We'll give that a second. It's still saying my chances from before when I had my hash rate online. Buddy Love, when you tell it how much jellyfish you want to send instead of just sending any amount. I sent 14,99999 and 8 instead of sending 15K. So Buddy Love, the reason why that system is implemented is so you don't have to directly connect your wallet, because a lot of games will have you directly connect your wallet to the game. The only problem is if there's any kind of malicious intent where somebody makes a fake game that looks like the real game and you connect it and it drains your wallet. Or, for example, you click on oh my, the camera's doing its thing. You click on a link that's a malicious link, and you think it's the game and it's asking you to connect your wallet. What the heck is going on here? Why, camera? So I created a system where it gives you a unique amount, and then you confirm that that amount gets locked to that account, and then it waits for a transaction signature to match that. Previously, this is driving me crazy with my camera. Don't go out of focus. There we go. Okay. So previously you would just deposit any amount and you put the transaction signature in, and there was no unique amount locked to your account. The problem with that is people were watching the addresses, the deposit addresses, stealing other people's transaction signatures and then inputting them. And then they were getting credit for those deposits instead of the person that intended it. Does that make sense? I think so. I think that makes sense. So currently with a nerd miner, it says my chance is 0.04%. It's not a high percentage. No problem, buddy. Love. Just trying to get everybody on the same page and trying to make a safe way to deposit funds without having to directly connect a wallet. Because I don't know if you guys have ever used our Web3 ecosystem like the jellybay.com or jellyfc.com. We have a web wallet over there, but you don't directly connect your Phantom wallet or your Soulflare wallet or your MetaMask wallet. It goes through a different kind of system. So that way there's no risk of a malicious website um, posing as us, and then you thinking like, oh yeah, connect my wallet. That's what we always do. Like I feel like the Web3 ecosystem has made people way too comfortable with just connecting their wallet to anything and everything, because you could connect your wallet and it could drain it instantly. It's happened to many friends of mine. Northern Lights, glad to have you. What's up? Welcome. Shout out, block number 2 was just mined by JJ Swiss in the house, and Recon John got the block 10 minutes ago, so we're right on par with a 10-minute block time. So very nice. I like that. Very, very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna start responding to help tickets. So shout out who was able to do all the tutorials and get the free Celeron miner. Was everybody able to do that? And who had a or who had an issue doing that? Because I've had a couple people that have not been able to accept it. All right. So this gentleman incorrectly deposited funds, 15K deposit. We'll go ahead and send his funds back so that way he can try it again. There we go. 15,000 going back to you, sir. We'll copy this transaction receipt. Bam. There you go. We'll close that ticket. I'm getting down on the tickets tonight. Oh, Mel. Mel's in the house. What's up, Mel? We'll get you paid out on your 1,000 jelly. Bam. Close that ticket. And I'll come back to the chat. I apologize. I'm leaving you guys hanging. And some people ask me, why am I sending funds to your external wallet, like your Phantom wallet and stuff? Because I want you guys to learn the deposit system. And because if you never do it, you're never going to learn it. If I just credit everything to you all the time, then yeah, you know what I mean? Send another one over and then we'll check the chat. Boom, another 1,000 out the door. So if you guys didn't know, I am doing 1,000 jellyfish to anybody that was on mainnet last night and today dealing with the issues on the blockchain as a apology and also a thank you for sticking around. Hold on. My son is calling for me. I'll be right back with you. Let me mute that. There we go. Yeah. My 4-year-old needed his mommy. There was a question in Discord as to why you can only have one help ticket open. I'm not sure, but anything that you need help with, you can put it all in that one help ticket. Is the tutorial on mining jelly? Yes, there's a tutorials section. If you go to jellyminer.com and then look on the navigation bar. Donald never got the Celeron for going through the tutorials either. Huh. I might change that and just have a redeem button. Oh, hold on one second. Ta-da! 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 So yeah, looks like we're off to the races. The Phenom 2s, the dual cores is where it's at right now. Any big changes? Just bug fixes today. But we're gonna have some stuff. So some people are having issues redeeming the tutorial reward. So if you had an issue with that, reach out to me. Discord help ticket, and we'll get it sorted. Okay. Let's see here. Let's pull up the admin user tools page. Interesting. There are currently 12 accounts that are flagged for multi IP or same IP. Interesting. We'll take a look at that. How the blocks going so far? We're on block 3. Let's go to the block explorer. JJ Swiss got block number 2. And if we go and look, so he hit that with 5.7 kilohash. Recon John hit, first block. Recon John hit that with 1.8 kilohash. So it goes to show you that it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to have the highest hash rate to hit a block. It helps. So he submitted 1,902 shares out of the 335,000 total shares. Hold on. My son requires me. Again, All right. So, Joe Cabral, it worked for you? Yeah, awesome. Good. Bang, bang, bang. Is there a way to see how many shares you're at? I know when you hit a block, it shows you. Let's see if it shows you ahead of time. I don't know. Hmm. I could probably enable something like that. Do I reject or simulate reject or stale shares? So I on testnet we were actually running into a situation where sometimes people would hit the same difficulty on a share, like the highest difficulty, and then they would also have the same exact amount of shares because they were running these same exact miners and there was no variation. So then I added in a RNG of plus or minus 10% on shares submitted by the miners. So then whoever has the highest difficulty, if two people have the highest difficulty, even if they're running the same exact miners, there's that RNG of shares. So whoever has the most shares with the highest difficulty is the one that would take it in that situation. And the other person would have the stale shares or the orphaned block, so to speak. Is there a countdown to when you can deposit in a 24-hour period? It's Sandor. Currently, no, but I can work on that. Definitely can. Let's see here. I'm currently working on the tutorial reward miner. By the way, if you do not have it, if you complete all the tutorials, don't click too fast. You can actually redeem a free Celeron CPU miner at the end of the tutorials. Can we add new pools? Yes, pools can be added as soon as somebody can pay for one. Right now, it's actually impossible because of the limit per day, but pools are 50,000 jelly and you can deposit at right now 15,000 jelly per day. And that was by design to force people to do some solo mining in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. Forced solo mining. All right. So, hold on. I was going to get the tutorial Celeron situation fixed for some people. And also check my tickets. There we go. I got some updates on my tickets. What's your wallet address? I'll send it back. Boom. Send. Wham, bam. 1,000. Copy. Paste. Close. Close case. Confirmed. Mr. Marauder's in the house. What's up, Mr. Marauder? Send. jelly amount. Shamaric, crediting you back your 5,000, and I'm adding 8,000 for the launch day issues. So you have 6,000 coming your way. View transaction, we'll copy that over, paste that in there. Sent extra 1,000 for today's bonus. All right, close ticket, confirm. And now let's see how our live stream's going. When will the referrals start working? If you had a problem with your referral code, come on over and open up a help ticket. If you're asking when they get credited, it's 8 hours after somebody buys and starts a miner. So they have to actually log in, buy a miner. They can be the free miner, so they can go to the faucet and then buy the nerd miner, but they have to mine for 8 hours. It's Sandor, open a ticket. Definitely will. Uh-oh. What are we banning? Near North Mining. You have had 4 since 3 a.m. What have you had 4 of? Yes, that is the signature Alexandre. Yes. Let me send your funds back. He sent 15K in, not the fractional amount. It's okay. We can send you 15K right back. Bam. 15K is worth $4 right now. Not too shabby. There you go. Close that. Confirm. All right, so pro drying. Click to find your signature. Click on view on Sol scan. Then that page will have a signature number to copy. Let me send you this 6,000 back because that request is probably old by now. Send. Yep, there we go. Copy that. And I'll come back to the live chat. I do apologize. We got lots of stuff and things going. All right, so do you have to have your browser open with it to mine? No, it'll mine while you're not there, 100%. People use my referral code 4 times. Okay, so if they've used it 4 times and they have mined for at least 8 hours, they have to buy the miner and turn it on, then you should get credit for it. Jay Bohannon, you're not able to get it work with GPUs. I haven't used Unmineable in a while. Donald said, mine Zealous on Unmineable and get paid in Bonk. There you go. That's that real mining. All right, a couple more tickets here. I've seen the Jelly Miner video update about 4.4 and said to open a ticket to get rewarded. Absolutely, Crypto Junkie. I need your wallet address, please. Thank you. Mr. Allard, let me send your 1,000 jelly over. I definitely had some people message me. A lot of people were really excited about the game, and then I had some people that were maybe missing some of the point. They were like, "Oh, I don't want to, pay to play," and I'm like, the amount that you can, put into this game and absolutely max it out. You don't have to pay to play. You can play for free, get the faucet, get referrals, stuff like that. But you can, literally put $1 or two in and buy tons of mining gear. So it's just it seems, like unnecessary that maybe some people are so upset about it. And that's I guess that's the other thing is nobody's bending anybody's arm. Like the game is just it was created for people that enjoy mining to enjoy mining. Because we've kind of lost a lot of that fun over the time over the course of mining that it's not the same, we don't have our min maxing GPU days anymore. Sending some more out right now. Some more jellies. I tried to send funds to my Jelly FC wallet on the game, but I made a mistake. I mistyped the amount. The transaction signature is this. The amount is this. It should have been this. I did resend using the proper amount, but I was wondering, can I get the original put into my game wallet? It would be nice not to lose that amount, but if not, no big problem. I can't credit you that amount to your account, Mr. James, but I can send it back to your wallet because then that would put you over the daily limit. So, what is your wallet? Bam. There we go. Okay, so Fallen Phoenix did not receive the tutorial miner. Very interesting. I need to put together a list of people that did not receive it so I can make sure that they receive it. Actually, which one is the tutorial miner? It's the Celeron, right? I could just give you the jellyfish to compensate for that. It is the Celeron 1 core, 1 thread. Claim that. Let's go to hardware. Celeron 1 core, 1 thread, your farm. So it costs 100 jelly. So I will send out an extra 100 jelly to everybody that has not got the whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's going to get 1,100 jelly. Sent an extra 100 jelly to cover buying the reward miner. It is the 1 core, 1 thread. There we go. Close. Confirm. I think that's probably the cleanest way to deal with it. All right, let's check on the live chat real quick. Oh, there we go. We got some new messages. Oh, no, there we go. Sorry, my camera gets all crazy. Who TF gets mad at someone made a game? I wish I had their problems. Yeah, it's just, I know. Mining on phones using the least amount of power. Smash that like button. Alexander got the 1K. Very nice. Lupe was cheating. No, it was my mistakes. Maybe they're 14 and can't play. Yeah, technically, to play, in the terms of service, you have to be 18 and above. Ticket 806. Let me see. Did I miss that one? Tango, you lost 3,675 jelly. Let me add you a roll so you can post links. Shrimp roll. Transaction signature. Let me verify that. There we go. Yep, I'll take care of you. Let me send you your 3,675 back, and then I'll also send you an extra 1,000 to as a sorry and a thank you for still being around. So that's 4,765 jelly. Send. Track transaction ID. Copy. Boom. Right there you are. Thank you for that, sir. Also, welcome to the Shrimp Gang. If anybody does not have their roles, you only need one jellyfish to be a shrimp in the Discord, 500,000 to be a jellyfish, and 10 million to be a whale. Walter said, please fix my referral code. Oh, goodness. We'll get those after I fix all these other issues. It was Northern Mining Tech. Absolutely. I need your wallet address, please. Mr. Josh, I was on mainnet. We'll get you credit out. Yes, and I will get you your lost coins as well. Let me just verify that. Bam. Bam. And transaction signature. Close that ticket. We're making quick work of some tickets tonight. I like it. Picasso. Wallet address. So that is the in-game wallet. I need your wallet address, not the in-game wallet. Absolutely. I'll get you your roll. Shrimp Gang in the house. Close that ticket. And onwards we go. Back to the live chat. How's everybody? Oh my, what is going on? Hold on. Do I need to wipe it off or something? There we go. Sorry about that. Ticket 808. Did I get that one, Ski Dog? Ah, dude, what the? Why does it keep auto correcting or auto adjusting? Could be the lighting. Oh, let me crank the lighting down some. There, that's better. That's easier on my eyes anyway. Blurry coin. What that? It's like anytime I look away from the camera. I don't know. Seems to stay in focus if I'm closer. I could move it closer to me. Oh, we got somebody requesting their whale roll in the Discord. We don't get a lot of whales popping out of the water anymore. That's big props right there. Oh, Ski Dog, I got your wallet right there. Let me get you that 1,000 jelly sent over. I do have autofocus on. I need to turn it off. Need brighter light. Oh, I just turned it down. It was bright as crap a second ago. So Ski Dog, I got your 1,000 jelly. Oh, about got 10,000 right there. 1,000 jelly coming your way. Transaction URL, copy, paste, and off to the races. Close that ticket. I kind of enjoy being able to like hang out with you guys. I'm definitely going to be doing this, especially when I'm updating stuff. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but I've enjoyed it. Oh, Alan Raids, I'm sorry. I need your wallet address. We're not doing any crediting in game, unfortunately. Keeps things cleaner. Mainnet launch X422. I'm about to send over your 1,000 jelly. Send jelly. Send transaction. Copy. There we go. Close. Confirm. We got a new whale in the house. Check it out. Let's see here. Bam. And there he is. Allard. Got his little whale icon next to it. That is no joke. Big stuff right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that ticket out. Thank you for that. Anybody else that needs a roll? Shrimp is at least 1 in the Discord, and jellyfish is 500,000. Whale is 10 million. Big boys. We get him credited. Send jellyfish. Boom. Bam. There we go. I'm coming back to live chat here in a second, guys. I apologize. There we go. Oh, Mr. Texican, I'm getting your free jelly sent on over. There we go. Close that ticket. Oh, I can't close that one. My bad. Big dog. That's not my ticket. That's somebody else's ticket. Yes. I need your wallet address. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Marauder. All right. So after I pay this one out, I'm caught up on tickets for this second, and then we'll come back to the live chat, and then we'll give it maybe another 5 or 10 minutes and see if we got some more tickets. I would suspect that there would be more. Also, shout out our price. Actually, we had a little dip down today, and it looks like we're getting bought back up. So big respect on that. Somebody's putting in some work. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go back to the live chat. There we go. Oh, let's stretch. It's been a long day. Ugh. So, what's the whale stats? What do you mean, what's the whale stats? Whales are holders of more than 10 million coins. You pop on here and the Discord chat goes quiet. Yeah, they're all over here. Shamaric Branding Coin, do you plan to add or Jellyfish Coin, do you plan to add how much you have deposited out of the 15K so we can see what it actually resets or how much can still deposit? I can work on that. Yeah. Little Time says, whale, I'll be damned. It's Sandor says, you're a shrimp. Yeah. Should add some Samsung AO3s into the game, some cell phone miners, maybe for some like old, some low power miners. That's like a good stopgap in between CPUs and the nerd miner. Rizzo, dang, I shouldn't have sold. Oh no, Rizzo, when did you sell? Nick, you're here but listening in the background. What was that huge pump on Jelly one? We had a huge pump back in December of 2024, and that was just because we launched and had a big crazy launch. And we had a pump where we went up to about $500 or 500K market cap like 2 weeks ago. And that was just people getting interested in all the projects we got going on, the Jelly Bay, the games, our mining pools, amongst other things. So I think just more things inside the ecosystem growing, that's pulling more people in, and then that's growing our holders, and which is growing our price over time. What's up, David? Welcome to the live chat, brother. Northern, I did a ticket, not sure if I did it correct. Let me go look. Let's go look over at the tickets. The tickets, sir. Close that one out. Icon. Ninja. Okay, I'll send yours over. Ninja. So Mr. Linda Neck, you did not get your tutorial miner, but I will credit you that extra 100 jelly along with your free 1,000 jelly. So you're getting 1,100 jelly right now, currently valued at 30 cents, sir. There we go. Going back over to the live stream. Sorry, guys. I've been neglecting y'all. Ninja, I'm adding another 1,000 on top of that for the struggles. The struggle bus. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're caught up. 776 ticket. 776. I don't see that one. 776. Wallet address, please. No, sir. You're not. I recommend Phantom wallet. There we go. All right. So there we go. All right, back. When you're doing a deposit, it doesn't have to be the same one that's linked to your Web3 since these are segregated. They're their own ecosystem. The game is its own self sustained thing. So you do that deposit, the correct amount, and then you put that transaction signature in from that send, and it should all go through as long as you don't wait too long. I don't remember how long the expiration time is, but if you do it within a couple minutes, you're good. Yes, Coinbase can send, but it cannot receive. So if you need to get funds back into Coinbase, unfortunately, is put it into a Phantom wallet, swap it for USDC is what I suggest, or Solana, send that to Coinbase. You can flip USDC back into Jelly. That's currently the only way to get Jelly back onto Coinbase. And correct, yeah. So all DEX tokens are not able to be received except for USDC. You can receive USDC. You can't receive USDT on Solana though. Ask me how I know. I sent some in there and it got lost in the void. Had to contact support. They were like, no, can't do nothing. And then they finally did after I told them it was there and it was mine. And they made me prove it. Oh, jeez. Well, guys, I got about another probably 10 minutes in me for tonight. And we'll probably be doing something like this quite frequently, especially when the new releases are coming out. So who's excited about the old March 14th, additional power? Is there a Jelly hosting facility to host some of my Phenom 2s? Good times, good times. Not yet, not yet. By the way, who has won the blocks? Let's see. Block number five mined by Kim's. Block number 4 was mined by Patushi. User hash rate 5 kilohash. BC Keller got block number 3 with 5.4 kilohash. So we got some heavy hitters out here right now. Power. Heavy hitters on the block. So far, our lowest miner that's hit a block is Recon John with that 1.8 kilohash with the block. Much respect. Big, throw some big respect on it. You know what I'm saying? More power. More power. Yeah, and if you guys create a ticket and I'm not able to get to it tonight, tomorrow my kids are in preschool, so I have a good bit of the day unobstructed, and we'll definitely be getting it in there. Add a heat mechanic, MK Ultra. So we had heat, and we were testing that pretty early on. I feel like we're already fairly realistic enough. Heat just, you know what it created, and I can do that if you want. It just created an extra thing for you guys to spend money on. You know, cooling, AC, water cooling, all that kind of stuff. If you want more things to spend jelly on, we could do that. I just didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I figured we concentrate on buying hardware, buying a pool, and yeah, yeah, and we stick with that. RAM timing. Get some RAM timing in. Allow us to see the hidden text on the login. If you mistype, you cannot tell. Ooh, David B. I didn't even know that. I will work on that. Yeah. What browser are you using there, David? Oh, frick. Man, I need a haircut. Bow, 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 bow. Firefox. Ooh, that might be a problem. I've been using Chrome. I have not tested it on Firefox, and I don't know very many people that use Firefox. Things that can be added on the way to 21 million jelly. We have 150 years to update this game. Unintentionally or intentionally, yeah, this game can be added and updated to for a long time to come. Maybe we'll get there. Hopefully, we'll get there. Somebody was telling me we need like a 3D like a room so you can go in there and you can like position your miners around. And I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it. I think it would be really cool, actually. Shows Jelly Price on the wall. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, let's see here. I wanted to see if we got any suspected cheaters from the Cheater Buster. No, actually not any new ones. Add an app on Play Store and App Store with 3D visualizer. This will explode the game. You know what? We might start working on the 3D visualizer. I'll work on it on the test server. Little CPU rigs, and you can like move them around your room. And when you upgrade your power, it makes your room bigger. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would be cool. Geek of all trades, what is up, brother? We over here, we're trying to hide. We trying to stay away, brother. Jahaley, one of those games that lasts forever. Yeah, yeah. I'm really liking the idea of like a 3D visualized space for your mining farm. I definitely am gonna mess with that tomorrow. Still unable to claim vCPU. Techie Rod, are you talking about the tutorial miner, the tutorial CPU? If that's the one, certain people have not been able to. I'll just credit them the amount and then you can go buy it, or you can save up and buy a better one. It looks like all new accounts, no problems. If you had an account on testnet, it's hit or miss. If it'll let you get the tutorial miner. If you're not able to get the tutorial miner, please go over to the Discord, open up a help ticket, drop your wallet address, your email for your in-game name, get you sorted. Little Time says Jelly at War game in the works too. If you like zombies and jellyfish, yeah, he's been dropping hints on that in the jellyfish Discord earlier. Oh, Techie Rod, you were talking about the 500K miner. Yes, please open up a help ticket for that because as well, people that had it on testnet are having issues. Some of them are having issues redeeming it. So definitely get that sorted out. Well, guys, I'm coming up towards the end of my candle. We burned it pretty hard last night. We were up till what 4 a.m. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of blocks and who hits what tomorrow. And we'll definitely be back. So if you guys enjoy this kind of thing and the hangout session, come on back. I did want to acknowledge the top hash rate right now. So we go over to dashboard. Let's go to leaderboard, top by hash rate. It's actually, can we share our screen? I'm on the YouTube studio thing. I don't know how to do it. Well, anyway, Black Ice Events currently holding down the number one spot, tied with Dragon's Nest 3D printing at 5,930 hashes per second, or 5.93 kilohash. Mining Smith coming in third place with 5.12 kilohash. Fourth place is It's All Luck at 5.797 kilohash. And rounding out the top five, RIM 33190 at 5.765 kilohash. And a notable or honorable mention, Little Time in number sixth position at 5.76 kilohash. So we got some people throwing down some hash rate with some CPUs right now. MK Ultra, smoothest V4 launch ever. It only took us multiple tries. It's Sandor. How does he have 33 miners? So the trick is they're using, I don't remember what it was. They're using nerd miners along with Phenom 2s. I think they're doing a majority of Phenom 2s with a heavy undervolt, slight overclock, or maybe even an underclock, underclock and undervolt, and then also adding in nerd miners to fill out the last little bit. I don't know exactly the formula, but if you go into the Discord, I know Dragon's Nest has figured it out, and I guess now Black Ice Events has as well. So maybe you can, ring their cage. Don't say our secret. I haven't looked. I was just speculating. Transaction signature. So if you are sending it from Phantom, click view on SolScan, and then let me here. Hold on. There's got to be a share screen on here. Whoa, is this it? Window. Transaction. Yes. Okay. Here. Look right here. Oh, wow. YouTube Studios got this now. So if you're on SolScan, like view on SolScan signature, this is the signature. That's a transaction signature. So copy signature hash and you deposit or paste that into that spot on the deposit page. That's slick. I like it. I like it. Brandon, we take this blockchain and implement a real world blockchain using AI. I mean, it could work maybe. I don't know what we'd use it for. As you can see, having the most hash rate doesn't mean you'll get the most blocks. Yes, there is a luck or difficulty factor that goes into it. Found a little bug. Profile shows hash rate of on and off miners. Yeah, I need to fix that. I noticed the profile shows your total hash rate of all your miners, whether they're on or off. But luckily, that doesn't register for like submitting shares, and it doesn't register for like your power, that kind of thing. So, bam, 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 bam. All right. Anyway, guys, it is 11 p.m. I got to get some sleep because I got to take the kids to school in the morning. Hope everybody's having a good one. I will be over in the Discord, probably the text chat. Solana is a real blockchain. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. We're doing a digital or a simulated blockchain with a real blockchain coin. Yeah. And yeah, that's right, Donald. Everybody needs to have fun. This is not there's no get rich quick here. This is just a game we can throw a couple bucks at and have a little competition. I'm just so excited to see how everybody's going to try to min max their hash rate to be at the top of the leaderboard once we have new CPUs coming out. Because messing with some of these algorithms, or not algorithms, but the formulas for overclocking and underclocking on different CPUs. Yes, yes. You can make some jelly. Yes, absolutely. Tell me the good goods. 100%. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all coming out. This it's as usual, over and above. You guys are awesome. We will see you tomorrow night. Bye. Oh, actually, hold on. Before we get off here, I'm curious. So last night we were at like 1,041, I think, holders. Have we gained any holders tonight? We have. We're at 1,057. Let me refresh the page. So we've gained 13 or 14 new holders. And that does not include people that buy the coin on Coinbase or people that buy the coin on, apparently you can buy it on crypto.com now. I had no idea about that. So, because if you buy on an exchange, the exchange uses like one or two addresses for like, potentially multiple people. So, yeah. Donald, I'm showing 1,057 on Bird Eye, but I know Bird Eye sometimes is a little off. But yeah, regardless, what else do we have? $740 worth of buys in the last 24 hours, $695 worth of sells. Not a ton of volume, but that's because we have a lot of holders. We have a lot of people that have seen prices way higher than this, and there's a lot of people that are not selling at a 270, $300, $400, even 500, 500,000 market cap. Um, this is still small potatoes, but you know what? We're growing and we're heading in the right direction. And right now, our liquidity pool has 76 million tokens left in it. So that's crazy. There couldn't even be eight more, whales fresh on the scene if they wanted it, because it's not available. I mean, technically, it would be available because the price would skyrocket and then people would sell. But you know what I'm saying here. 1046 on Dex. Oh, Walter said it's 1057 on Phantom now. Yes, all these little reporting websites are somewhat a little off, but dang, ever since for the last like 10 hours, we've been just going up. Lots of buys, lots of steady buys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting off here. You guys have a good night. Adios. Morbid, technically, if you had more than one wallet, it counts that as more than one holder. So, yeah. And to put that in perspective, by the way, Donald, what were we at in December? Was it six or 700? So I know we have gained hundreds of wallets and hundreds of holders in the last couple months. And that's not because we've told people to go and, go make 50 wallets. Because if we wanted to inflate our holder number, we could just do an airdrop to, thousands, send the, one jellyfish to thousands of different wallets, and then we could have thousands of holders. But right now, that's a real organic, natural number that we haven't inflated by doing airdrops or artificially expanding it in a cheaty, scammy way. We're around 600 or 700. Yeah. So we've definitely hit, hundreds of wallets, and we're still growing day by day. So that's awesome. Sandor, I swapped Solana for Jelly on December 5th, 2024. I might have been one of the first. That was definitely, that was early on. I think December the 5th was launch. So yeah. Yeah. Jelly Miner has helped us grow along with the Jelly Bay. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going. We have some other games too coming out. So if you like other things, but right now you got me. My brain is going with the 3D visualizer for like having a little mining room. And then maybe we can even have some like cheap cosmetic stuff we can put in there, some tables and chairs, a little computer, have all your little like mining rigs. Oh, dude, I'm a sucker for stuff like this. That's why it's bad working and designing a game that I enjoy playing. All right, for real. The video's over. Thank you guys. Make sure to like this, thumbs up it, do all that kind of stuff. We'll see you on the next one. And got to do the meme to add RGB and get higher hash rate 100%. I would appreciate you guys. I'm going to stick an ad right here at the end of this. If you could watch that ad, just let it play through. You don't have to click on it, but it would mean a lot to me. And I thank you tremendously. Make the miners need fixing. Sorry, I got a Phantom and a Coinbase as well as the game. No problem. Mine on. All right, peace out, guys. Ad coming in 3, 2, 1. Well, I guess if you have YouTube Red, you're not seeing the ad right now. You know what I'm saying? But people that don't have YouTube Red are seeing the ad. Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good one. Good night.